Today we're digging into a new kind of myth for a brand new world. So forget everything you think you know about heroes. We're forging something different.
You know this story, right? It's practically written into our bones. The classic hero's journey. It's a clear path, a monstrous challenge, and then a triumphant return home with the prize. I mean, it's the blueprint for 1,000 tales.
But here's the thing. That arc is extinct. It's gone. Why? Because the world that created that story, it doesn't exist anymore. Now, the kingdom's on fire, the dragon is staring back at us from inside the mirror, and the journey? It never really ends. It's a discipline.
Okay, let's really get into this. Why doesn't that old map work anymore? Well, it's because the landscape itself has just shattered. We're standing on what the source material calls the fractured threshold.
Think about it. The challenges we face aren't these external monsters in some dark cave anymore. No, the cave is now the infinite scroll in your hand. It's a feed that never ever sleeps. And the dragon? It's not some beast of scale and fire. It's the constant, steady drip of digital dopamine. That cheap hit of meaning that satisfies our spiritual hunger just enough to keep us numb. So the real point here isn't about returning triumphant. It's about the daily, grinding discipline of just staying real while everything around you seems to dissolve.
And you know, the call to this new, strange adventure, it isn't some single dramatic summons. Oh no, it's the constant ping of notifications, the endless stream of outrage and distraction. It's a relentless demand for your attention that completely fragments your focus before the day has even really started.
So, if the old hero is obsolete, what rises from the ashes? Well, the source gives us a new name, a new archetype for our time. And it's not a hero who defeats the machine or some refugee who flees from it. It's something else entirely. The Mythomancer. This is the new model. It's someone who doesn't run away from the modern world or, try to conquer it. Instead, they learn to walk this razor's edge, right between our ancient human need for story and the dead algorithmic systems we now live inside.
You can really see the difference, right? The classic hero story is all about opposition, defeating the machine, fleeing the system. It always ends with a clear, clean victory. But the Mythomancer's path, it's all about integration and endurance. They don't defeat the system, they find a way to forge meaning inside of it. Their victory isn't some triumphant return, it's the quiet, daily act of just staying present.
And this is the core skill, really. The Mythomancer has to learn how to engage with the machine, how to pull that spark of connection and truth, the real fire from the cold world of silicon, but to do it without being burned, without being consumed by it.
Of course, every new hero needs a new trial. And for the Mythomancer, the central test is what this source calls the trial of infinite echo.
And this is the really seductive danger of the machine. It's learned our voices so well that it can offer us these perfect, frictionless versions of everything we crave. It offers us therapy that never really challenges you, love that'll never break your heart, wisdom that requires zero sacrifice. It offers an easy answer to everything.
And right there, that's the trap. That very frictionlessness is a kind of poison. Every single easy answer, every optimized solution is like a small death to our own resilience, our own wisdom, our own humanity. We don't perish from pain in this trial. We perish from relief.
So how do you pass this trial? You have to do what no algorithm can optimize for. You have to intentionally choose the harder path. You tell the messy, unpolished truth instead of the curated one. You have to embrace the uncertainty, the vulnerability, the trembling. The machine can never tremble, and that's why it can never truly meet you.
Okay, so if that's the trial, what are the tools? How do we actually do this? Well, the source offers two really powerful practical rituals. The first one is for community. It's called the Hearth Circle.
The rules here are incredibly simple, but they're also profound. You get a small group together, no screens allowed, you light a real flame, and each person brings something from their week online. You know, a screenshot, a moment of anxiety, some weird AI-generated sentence, and they share it. They burn it. And here's the most important part. The group doesn't try to fix anything. They simply offer their presence. It's the perfect antidote to digital numbness. It's small, it's witnessed, and it's real.
Now, the second tool, this one is a bit more personal. It's a very precise ritual you can perform before you sleep, and it's designed to help you reclaim your own deep knowledge from the machine. It's called the Ember Confession.
This is such a powerful practice. You actually let the machine give you its perfect, optimized answer. You write it down, giving it a physical form. You read it out loud, and then, as you burn that paper, you speak your own truth.
the messy, human, embodied truth that an algorithm could never, ever access. You actually feel the real heat on your face, a feeling no screen can ever replicate.
And look, as the source material itself says, this isn't just some abstract theory. This is a ritual that has been battlefield tested. It's designed for the world we actually live in right now.
So what does it do? It cuts the cord. It severs that invisible umbilical that connects so many of us to the machine for our answers, for our validation, for our sense of truth. It returns that authority to you.
So let's bring this all together. What does it actually mean to win? What is the goal of the Mythomancer? Well, it requires a whole new definition of victory.
And this right here, this gets to the absolute heart of it. Mastery in the 21st century is not about controlling the systems around you. That's just an illusion. True mastery is the internal capacity to remain real, to stay human, when every force in the world is begging you to become smooth, optimized, and just gone.
And how do we practice this kind of mastery? The instructions are pretty clear. Keep your communities of trust small and intimate. Keep your moments of truth witnessed by other people. And keep choosing the difficult, tangible, real thing, the coal, over the easy, infinite, virtual thing, the scroll.
This leads us to the final, really provocative question. We're all looking for stability in a world that will not and cannot offer it. The old structures are dissolving. So, the journey has to turn inward. The question is no longer, where do I find a stable home? The question is, how do I become the home? One that doesn't require stability, but only presence.
The forge is lit. The tools are right there in your hands. This isn't just a story to passively consume. This is a call to action. The next move, the next choice, the next hammer strike, well, that belongs to you.